we're going to begin the Ancient Egyptian unit. The first lesson that we're going to cover in the Ancient Egyptian unit is Ancient Egyptian vocabulary words. There is a series of 8 vocabulary words that we're going to cover to start off the Ancient Egyptian unit. Before we begin the Ancient Egyptian vocab for today, let's talk about where we have been and where we're going for this unit. This is the United States. You cross the North Atlantic Ocean. We started the year in the Mesopotamia region, Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Egypt is right here, so you go directly diagonal from the Mesopotamia region to Egypt. Okay, so they're basically right here together. Alright, now that we know where Egypt is, we're going to start the series of vocabulary words for today. Let's start with amulet. Amulet is a magical charm carried to fight evil or to promote good. Typically, a person would wear a necklace with the magical charm hanging down, and if they would wear it, if a person wore it, then they would be able to fight evil or to promote good in their own life or the lives around them. Let's move on to afterlife. Afterlife is life after death. It is life after your first life. What people in ancient Egyptian society believed was once you had your first life and once you passed away, then another life would happen to you afterwards. We'll talk more about that idea a little bit later on in the unit. The next 2 words come hand in hand with each other. You have Ba first. Ba, it means spirit. It can leave the body at death, and it can freely come and go from the tomb at any time. What oral history stories say about ancient Egyptian society and Ba is that a mythical creature, half bird, half animal, comes to the tomb after a person passes away and can grab the spirit at any time from the body. When the spirit needs to go back to the body, the half bird, half human creature, mythical creature, comes back and puts Ba back in, or spirit back into the body. Now, this is all oral history stories. Nobody knows if it's true or not, but that is what oral history stories say about the idea of Ba. Now, as I said, Ba goes hand in hand with another word. The other word is Ka. Ka is the life force of a human being. If you do not have Ka, you basically have Ba, because Ka, without Ka, you have basically passed away. With Ba, it means you basically have passed away. So once you lose Ka, you gain Ba. Now, one goes hand in hand with each other. The next vocab word is Khole. Khole, the person, is spelled C-O-L-E. Khole in ancient Egypt is spelled K-O-H-L. They're 2 different. Khole, C-O-L-E, Khole, K-O-H-L. Khole in ancient Egypt is dark paint used to outline the eye. Males and females wore it, not just females. And we'll talk more about that later. But today, in today's world, Khole would be the equivalent to what you females wear eyeshadow, mascara on your eyes today. It would be the exact equivalent to it. But we'll talk more about why they did it and who did it a little bit later on in the unit. The final set of words that we're going to cover for today is cartouche. Cartouche is a ring surrounding the name of ancient Egyptian kings or queens. The cartouche was usually on the outside of a pyramid. It would basically be to tell who was buried there, the kings and the queens that were buried there. It would be a circle with the hieroglyphic names or the hieroglyphics inside the circle, basically telling people who was buried in that pyramid. So it's basically like a gravestone today. The next word is dynasty. Dynasty are ancestors of the same family. Okay, we know today dynasties are like the Heat dynasty of a few years ago, the New England Patriot dynasties. In ancient Egypt, it was always the ancestors of the same family. Egypt is divided into 30 different dynasties, 30 different families of distinction from the earliest known history of Egypt. The final vocab word that we're going to cover for today's lesson is hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics are picture writings. Each letter represented a picture. Now we're going to spend the entire day on hieroglyphics alone, but understand that hieroglyphics played an important role in ancient Egyptian society as well.